Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. So before we get going here, I do want to say that I loaded the save. I maybe should have just taken video of this, but I loaded up the save I made after the end of last episode, and in the loaded game, this combat was no longer queued. Like, their ships were still here, my ship was still here, but there just wasn't a battle, and they didn't reinitiate. So apparently that's a bug that that I guess I could have taken advantage of. Honestly, it would probably be better for us for them not to attack me. But I reloaded from the autosave and let the turn play out again, because I figured that would be kind of a cheap way to wiggle out of this. The AI sometimes takes advantage of the weirdness around game loading, and I complain about it, and that it would feel a little hypocritical if I also if I did the same thing, right? So, we're going to do this. We're going to fight. We'll talk about fighting in a second here. So I think I got everything pretty much back to how it was at the end of the video. Our second Delver is back in the garrison, so the quest will continue. We got this guy out here. I don't know what to do with him. I don't remember what my plan was with these guys. We were just looking around, right? Just trying to find many, many pearls. You know what? Here's what my plan is with these guys. Let's meet up. Because we could actually put down that wandering Silic army now. I am confident that a Dredge 3 plus a Nameless 3 should be able to handle it. In fact, this guy's going to be Dredge 4 as soon as he's back in our territory next turn. So yeah, we'll clear that, and then I'll feel a little safer having these guys run around and do stuff. So yeah, we're gonna fight, and I'll tell you why. I don't necessarily think that we are going to win this fight. It's not impossible. If we can separate them a little bit, it kind of depends on how they load into the battle. I guess let's do it, because we're going to do it. This is not ideal, though. If we can separate them a little bit and gang up on them, looks like it's not going to be super easy to do, especially since we're not going to have all of our ships on the first turn. We might be able to take them down. They're smart. They're leading with the healthiest ship. We could play to this side, maybe? Because these guys only have 2 move, right? Yeah. So, this is unfortunate. And he's in fog, which I believe confers a defensive bonus. We have 3 move. So this guy will be able to get in range to damage that guy. This is tough. We're probably going to lose here, but I think our plan is going to be this guy gets attacked twice, and then we just suffer. I don't know that we really have a lot of better options. The fact that we're bringing in everybody through the reinforcement slots is really unfortunate. But the reason that I think it's important to go for this battle is that we're behind, right? And we're like really behind in this particular the naval arena. This is bad for us because, well, I guess let me take a step back. I want to try to explain what my whole theory here with the oceans was. I talked about this some in the previous Endless Legend series, but those were 18 months ago, and I would not be upset at anybody for not remembering what I said back then or not having watched those. With the oceans, there are 3 modes of engaging with the ocean, right? Mode number 1 is what we've seen in the previous games in this series. Just ignore it, you know. It takes effort to get... It takes either effort or luck to get good value out of the ocean, and sometimes you have too much stuff going on the land. Method number 2 is effort, right? Really commit, build a lot of ships, get yourself a serious fleet, maybe even an admiral or 2, preferably like Morgar heroes from the marketplace. That can be pretty powerful. But it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of industry poured into those ships, which translates to a lot of turns in your cities building ships. And that's a little bit less viable, I think, for the cultists than it is for everybody else, because you only have the one city and you have so much other stuff that needs doing. Or method 3, rely on luck. Basically, the idea, what I was going for here was a method 3. The idea is minimizing the effort required to get rewards. So you won't, if you send out 1 or 2 boarding vessels, you will never do as well on the ocean as you would have with a full fleet. However, if you can, by expending, let's say, a tenth of the industry, accumulate more than a tenth of the value that you would have gotten from the full fleet strategy, that's a better return on your investment than you would get with the full fleet, right? And then you also get to do other stuff. So that's kind of where I was going with this. I was hoping that we could, with just 1 or 2 boarding vessels, get lucky on a couple of quests and sneak this whole region out and lock it up. Obviously, that didn't work, and that's why I refer to this strategy as one that needs luck. Things kind of have to fall into place, or you might end up wasting your effort. Now, the smart thing probably to do would have been to build 1 or 2 boarding vessels, and if things didn't work out, then just bail on the plan entirely. You lost some industry, effectively. You lost some build time, but cut your losses and run, right? I did the opposite. I went in harder, and now we stand to lose more, right? We're going to lose all of these ships. This is a significant amount of industry and dust we're talking about now. Basically, I took a gamble, and then when the gamble started to look like it wasn't going to work, I did the worst possible thing and threw a bunch of good money after bad in an attempt to fix it when I should have just let it fail. So now we got to pay the price. And by we, I mean me. I mean, no, sort of we. We have to pay the price for my bad play. Sorry about that. This is the plan, though. This is what we're doing. I hope you guys don't mind when I stop to explain things like that. I think it's got to be valuable to some degree, right? Oh, hey, no, this guy can get in range. Right, because there's turbulence here. So turbulence spaces only cost half a point of movement to move into. So we actually can have this guy get to that space. Alright, we just, bomb this dude and hope that it works out. Unfortunately, there's no way to attack him with all 3 of our ships without letting this guy get in on the battle as well. That's right, he can move to here. Is it worth it to maybe just have this guy run this way? Because we're going to get attacked 3 times anyway. We can keep this guy out of the battle for 1 extra turn. This ship's going to be on fire no matter what, though, because this guy will certainly set him on fire. And the actual initial attack damage isn't that bad. They have 78 attack to my 44 defense, though, so we're likely to actually see something more in the range of, a 68. Or not a 68. The top value is 1.5 times, right? But bad. An amount that is bad for a ship that has 80 health. I think we're probably doomed either way, huh? Because next round, we'll be able to bring a full 5 ships to bear against their 4 ships. We get off 2 attacks to their 3 here, or 3 attacks to their 4 here, but then we also have to consider additional... Well, no, it won't be additional burning damage, because it'll be the same. This ship's going to be... No, it will... Yeah, it will be additional burning damage, because if we don't run this ship up there, he doesn't get hit by either of these guys. This guy still gets to attack. We could go even further on this. Actually, hold on. Yeah, maybe this is smarter. Maybe we just back off, right? Make them come in, but don't attack. These guys are in fog banks anyways. They're getting that defensive bonus. Oh, it's only a defense against ranged attacks anyway. It wouldn't apply. Never mind. But yeah, make them come to us. Leave them kind of strung out. This guy is going to have to come through... Well, unfortunately, he's going to be able to end his turn in the seaweed, which means that it's not going to affect him on his next move. Effects like this that change the movement cost of tiles only affect the cost to move in, and you can always move into a tile as long as you have greater than 0 movement points. If the seaweed were right here, it would function as an effective barrier. Unfortunately, that's not what's happening. But yeah, maybe we do this, because he'll move forward to here, he'll move forward to here... And they'll basically approach in this formation, and then we can have all 5 of our ships dogpile this guy at the start of next turn. So yeah, let's just spend a turn prepping. I feel good about this. This is almost certainly right. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping he would screw that up. Okay, so we need to pick an enemy ship and be rid of it as quickly and effectively as possible. We can probably get this guy, right? We're more likely to get this guy than we are to get that guy. This is just a terrible play. I don't know what the AI is thinking on that one. let's see, we can lock these two ships up. He's going to be able to get over... Yeah, like, he's going to get to attack no matter how we do this. So, actually... Three people attack this guy, and then we go on... We go on this guy instead. We might be able to kill two of them this turn if we get really lucky. And if we killed two of them, and then it was... two of them with about one ship's worth of combined health against, you know, four of my ships are on fire. That's not great. But I think that might be the way to go here. Let's have these ships separate, of course. But yeah, this might be a play. So it's this guy needs to be recommanded there. And we're talking about 136 health with 82 defense. Against 44 damage with 44 attack. We have to get kind of lucky. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this guy focus there. This is a little risky because if he... Oh no, he's really early in the turn order. I was going to say, if this thing is dead by the time he attacks, he'll just pick one of these at random and I have no way of influencing that. But actually, he'll definitely still get his attack off. So in that case, we probably should just attack here because we're much more likely... We may need to refigure this. Sorry I'm being so slow at this. This is pretty important, though. We may need to refigure the attack priority because this guy, who's currently moving to a space from which he has no other attacks, is really late in the order. You know what? If we kill this thing in 3 attacks and this guy moves and makes no attack, it's not ideal. But it does mean that we killed this thing in 3 attacks, and that's cool. So I guess I'm okay with these orders. Okay, 33, 34. Are we something good? No. 0 was bad. 0 was exactly what needed to not happen there. And that ship dying is the worst possible scenario there, because if that ship doesn't die, this guy doesn't get to move in to do that. This is very grim. Okay, who's first? This guy's first. Unfortunately, I've left him no angle to attack from where his attack doesn't also get somebody else hit. So I think he's actually going to bail and attack somebody else. Like that, maybe? And then, second... This guy can move to here and attack and not get spread on. Then third, we'll just leave that guy set on the... I'm just going to leave both these guys on here. We're done now, I think. That turn going the way it did pretty much guaranteed us a loss. So if this guy goes down, these two with just straight attack orders will at least pick another target and attack instead of doing nothing. But yeah, this was the extremely likely outcome. There was very little chance this was going to work out. We had to get lucky a bunch of times in a row. That said, oh, I didn't actually talk about why I wanted to do this attack. I talked about a bunch of other stuff about my naval strategy. So the reason I went ahead and did this attack, even though it is obviously not a good attack, is that we're behind. Like, we're way behind in this ocean battle, right? This whole thing. So if we wanted to really show up and have a fair chance, we'd have to plow a bunch more effort into fixing the situation. I don't think I want to do that because I don't think we have the time. Like, this has to get dealt with. And it seems pretty obvious that Red and Pink are both going to exclusively focus on me, to the exclusion of attacking each other, which is suicide. Really bad play from them, but it's just kind of the way that the AI in this game functions. It definitely prefers to target the player over the other AI players. I imagine that there's some target weighting to account for the fact that it is probably the case that the player, regardless of their position, is better at the game than the AI is. So, you know, it's just kind of like how things work. So basically, we needed a miracle for this to work out. We were on one very low percentage out for us being able to reclaim this without having to actually declare war on pink. So I went for it. I went for the low percentage shot. This is that moment in the XCOM game where you take the 35%er with your fingers crossed, right? Because it actually is the only way that the situation works out. You know what Wayne Gretzky said? You miss 100% of the 35% shots you don't take. Okay, so we've lost the ocean. That was probably the case quite a while ago, but we took our chance. We made our Spartans at Thermopylae stand, and now we refocus to other things, like the land war. Speaking of the land war. Okay, now we're real slow, but we can clear this up and make it safe for our terrible Harmonite guys to run around and collect pearls. We last saw the minor faction here. I don't know which direction they went. I'm going to keep these guys in the village for a moment longer. These guys over here, on the other hand... Oh, well, we've encountered purple. Found ourselves some ardent mages. These guys can have a look around. I think we picked up all the pearls out here already, right? I think so. Oh, right, and the capital. The capital needs to build. So we have 6 full units now. We're going to get meritocratic promotion next turn. So I think at this point, like, we could start building ships again and go for this, but I do not think that this is this situation is not fixable with boarding vessels. Not anymore. If we want to play Ocean Times, we gotta first of all get fire ships going, and secondly we're gonna need some artillery ships. It's a little bit more complex than this, and obviously there's a lot of factors that go into it, but pretty much the way it works is the rock paper scissors of the ocean is boarding vessels get wrecked by fire ships get wrecked by well-played artillery ships. You have to be careful with your artillery ships. It is totally possible for fire ships to win this battle if you are not smart about it. And then boarding vessels are great against artillery ships because they get up close and they disable that artillery thing. That said, artillery ships do have a lot of other values as well. A lot. They have the one other value of being incredibly good at sieging coastal cities. You can use them to break down the fortifications to let your land army in. But obviously, this is a pretty distant concern. We need 4 more techs after meritocratic promotion before we can even think about that. So we could just go for the slugfest, fire ships on fire ships, and probably we would be able to win that because we're a lot closer to this ocean region than they are, so we can reinforce more effectively. Unless they have a big conga line of ships already headed in this direction, which I guess might be possible. So we have to decide. Do we want to do that? Or do we want to just focus on the land? And I think the smart play is we just focus on the land. So let's get the Alchemy Workshop. We're falling behind on tech. Every moment we don't have this wonderful, wonderful building, we're falling behind on tech. I think we have basically the military stuff we need to be able to fight on land. And let's get ourselves burrowing, I guess. How do we want to do this? We're fervent right now. How far above 100 are we? We are at 125. We're 125, so even if we don't get the Empire Plan boost, and we currently have no, luxuries running. Even if we don't take the boost, we're still fine, which means that it is not crucial for us to get the Museum of Auriga leveled up, because the only gain that you get from the Museum of Auriga is more approval. It does not affect the dust and science boosts. So I guess it's just burrows. I guess let's just build more stuff. Now we do want to start getting things to level 3 eventually, especially the Megapole is another 25 industry if it's level 3, which is cool. So in order to do that, we have to surround our existing districts with level 2 districts. So like when we build this becomes level 2. This is already level 2. If we build here and here to make these both level 2, then this would become level 3. So that's our play right now is we build here And here, maybe? I'm not sure how we... Like, the position of this temple ruin is actually really inconvenient because we want to build our city north. We'll figure it out. And I guess while we have a moment here, while things are relatively calm, maybe maybe this is a good time to put together the rest of the boosts to the city's toughness. I think we're just going to seed this. We got quite a bit of mithrite out of it. We got some... we didn't really get a lot of benefit out of this. I guess we got influence from our cargo nexus. We did get quite a bit of value from the titanium we were able to pull there. And I think in a lot of ways, we're in an okay spot. That ocean thing just didn't work out, and like I said, I played it very poorly. You can lose in a productive way. I chose not to, basically. It's tough, you know, games is tough. If I teach you nothing else, let it be that games is tough sometimes. I am noticing that we are not actually losing the fortress, though, which is interesting. Are those guys okay? I mean, okay. If their AI is busted, why don't we throw a boarding vessel out real fast and just try to rush over here? If they haven't reinforced these, you know. Remember what I was saying about good money after bad? Okay, we're going to build that burrow, and then we'll build... Oh, we do need to keep making other stuff, too. Oh, actually, these guys don't all need to be on dust anymore. Actually, I guess we do kind of want to be making... We have to unlock the ability to buy heroes at the marketplace still. Our dust isn't super important, right? We should probably be growing. How many people can I pull out of here without increasing the number of turns that it takes to build that boarding vessel? We don't need people on industry quite as much anymore now that we have the megapole providing a significant amount of industry for us. Is it everybody? Everybody can move to food and we still get the boarding vessel next turn? Okay, I'll take it. The good news is, our faction capital is sturdy. It's gonna be really, really tough for anybody to get to root us out of here. Hopefully, tough enough. We did grab all the pearls out here, didn't we? Oh no, wait, did I not cross the lava? We saw some pearls on this side of the lava flow, right? And I think I balked at that? I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, remember, we can sell these guys off, and we're getting to the point in the game where it makes more sense to just sell our extra minor faction units, because they're not capable of defending the villages anyway. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and do this? We're going to need, at the very least, somebody to lead our armies, eventually. Whew. Yeah, the fact that it's taking me 8 turns per research right now is unacceptable. This alchemy workshop has got to get done. And then once we have dealt with the annoying minor faction army here, we need to put our real army together and, like, get to something. Okay, no, they did it. Well, never mind then. We're just gonna stay here in the harbor where we're safe. This ship is actually in our territory, so they can't attack it. And once I've seen them leave, you know what we're gonna do. Oh, actually, never mind. No, they locked the region. It's not worth declaring war on them, probably, over it. I don't think. I kind of want to. It's not a good idea. Well, their ground forces are super far away from us, though. Okay. There's 1 to 6 turns left in this winter. After the winter ends, our unit here will have 6 move. So if I were to move to here, end turn, attack, take this over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, get this, get that. So we could, in 3 turns, take this region. Provided that there are no defenses erected here. I guess that's the thing we need to go check on. If they've just left these empty, you know, we could maybe take them. They could take them right back, since we're at war. But they'd have to actually, like, devote ships to it. They'd have to come over here. I don't know. Maybe that's foolish, but also maybe it is a great idea. Maybe it's the best idea anyone's ever had. Did you think about that, you negative Nancys? No, you didn't. Just like arguing with myself out loud and blaming you guys for it. This is how we do things here. Yeah, when this burrow is done... No, when one more burrow is done so that we've actually leveled up the megapool, then we probably need to get back to building actual units. I guess I'm actually going to retrofit these guys. Units are not all up to date. It is Empire Plan again. Okay, we did manage to move in range to get the whole army in on this. Not that we needed to, probably. Let's cut through here real quickly. Let's get eyes on. We'll figure out what the situation is. Okay, this should be very easy, but we're going to do it manually just to make sure nothing crazy happens. So these guys only have 1 movement each. And we have 3 range. We can kind of cheat this. The Delvers don't really have to get involved. We're faster than they are. If you're wondering what that rattling noise is, it's just a sound that our units make sometimes, which is real creepy. I'm actually, the Delvers are in full backup mode. Because yeah, look at them. They're all like rattly and really creepy. Okay, you know what? Actually, if we're gonna attack, we can attack from this side. It's super hard for them to get to us from over here. And we just want to make sure we clear the other Delvers off of the reinforcement slots. We need those other archers. Alright, you guys just chill. We can do this without taking any damage at all. Actually, I'm going to have this guy attack from here. I think we're likely to get a kill. There's nowhere that I can't get close enough to shoot at this guy with the other unit. I'm wondering if maybe I should just have this guy attack that one instead. Yeah, we probably have the kill in 2 shots, right? Yeah, due to the ordering on our units, it was going to be inconvenient for us to get a position where all 3 of our archers could shoot at either target, you know, where things could work out no matter how many attacks the first guy survived. You guys just chill. It must be hard to kill something that's made entirely of rock with an arrow. I guess we must have very good arrows. Okay, nice and easy. We'll catch up. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay, let's do our Empire plans. So, we no longer are actually getting any benefit from this. I do like the 2 extra vision on units, honestly. But I'm thinking maybe it looks like this time. Or, you know what? Now that we're actually making a fair amount of dust, reduction in building cost and reduction in buyout cost makes buyouts super cheap. It only works on buildings. It doesn't reduce the buyout cost of the units. Although this, obviously, reduces the buyout cost of the units. But yeah, I think let's do this. You can see it's going to be a thing. We're going to have enough influence to do the things we want to do for the most part. Empire plan-wise. Yeah, you guys just get back in there for the moment. You know, we could probably just sell those dudes now. How does this... How does this work again? Oh, I don't have access to the units part of the marketplace, so that would help. Yeah, that's cute. And it probably should be in the order it's in. Yeah. Okay. Everything's fine. We're good. So we might tack on another boarding vessel. Because, like, here's the thing. I know it was not good to throw good money after bad, but what if we threw more money after the good money? I mean, obviously, there was no rescuing the bad money. Look at that. They've left it empty. They left it empty, though. It's not my fault if I take that. In fact, it would be my fault if I didn't take it, right? Right? Isn't that how logic works? Oh, Red is here to challenge us for dominance of these pearls. Let's form up. Wait, you guys have a point of movement. Why can't we... Okay, there we go. Weird. So the thing is, this could be, like, really fast, right? But also, is declaring war on pink, like, that's a bad idea, right? They would be able to just come and take the stuff back unless we could force peace with them somehow, which we cannot do. Are they still at war with Red? Sorry, are they still not at war with Red? Okay, no, they did go to war with Red. That's good for us. You know what, we probably shouldn't. We shouldn't do this. We should just let this be for the moment. We'll worry about this later. I can just go and, like, search for sea ruins and stuff. This ship can pay itself off. Okay, I think I saw a settler in that group. I think that was a crew coming to settle this region. So let's go and interrupt them, if we can. Also, winter could end any minute now. Yes, excellent. Oh, right, we're not doing this. That's a thing I was supposed to be working on. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they were just the Pearl Patrol. Okay, somebody built a Guardian, which is not really a concern. Oh, that is in fact a settler. That's weird. So the settler... Oh, hey, how you doing? That was a strange choice for you to have made. The settler was definitely in that army of 4 units that we saw taking the Pearl. I'm not sure why they would split it off. But yeah, obviously they're just going to retreat here. And then presumably move out of our range and try not to get murdered next round or next turn, but we're gonna spam the hell out of attacking that guy. We're gonna get him. Okay, so the upcoming winter effects. Borders are temporarily opened, or +1 ice shelf, -1 dust on terrain with sea or lake. These are both fine for us. -1 industry on exploitation is pretty bad in general, but actually wouldn't affect us that much because of how bad our land already is. Like, a lot of our tiles already don't have any industry on them, so... Do I want to build this here? Because we got to start extending in this direction, but I guess when we do it, we want the line of districts that we do it with to be too thick. So we're just going to end up building 5 districts around here no matter how we do it. So does it matter? Not really. We're going to need both of these eventually. This is 114 and this is 112. Okay. Turns out 4 dust is more than 2 dust. And we probably just don't actually need to get the Festival of Dust done, so I'm not going to think about it. We don't have Delvers in the city anyway, that's right. And we've gotten the quest to get the Guardian slaying unit. I'm not too worried about it. We will slay the Guardians with normal military force, should such a thing become necessary. Wow, look at all these pearls. Okay, well, this is cool. So, speaking of pearls, like... +10 industry on terrain with sea or lake during winter season with ice shelf. +1 population on city per pacified village does not apply to converted villages. Okay, I was about to ask, hey, I wonder. This is just +10% science in your city. It is fine. It's not a great building, but the fact that this is a 10% empire level science boost for us makes this definitely worth unlocking. I don't really like the armors and accessories made of pearl that much. But we could pick up some of this stuff. We should definitely get lenses and iceworks. If we get the iceworks, we won't actually have the pearls to build either of them right away. So let's grab this. Let's put the lenses in the build queue right now. In fact, do I want to just rush them with dust? It's not that expensive. Yeah, sure. And then we need to get up to 25 pearls before we can actually buy and then build the ice shelf things. That is possibly going to happen quite soon, actually. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to put our land units in the water, so we can't get this big, huge pearl deposit. I think these guys don't really have a lot of play other than get back in your village and wait until I can sell you. Okay, we gotta make sure that we attack this settler as soon as the next turn begins. Both so that he doesn't get away and so that red doesn't have time to move units into defensive position. You can see we're almost getting that city garrison in the battle. This is not a huge win for us. Like, killing a settler doesn't really accomplish that much, but it's also not actually nothing, so at this point I will take any benefit I can get. Okay, here we just retreat, obviously, although I do need to actually get down there and command that guy to get all those pearls before they get stolen. Okay, and then full speed run at the beginning of next turn. This guy has already been worth his weight in gold, honestly. Can you grab that? That is enough pearls to get us the thing we need. Although, I guess we're about to get more pearls here. Yeah, never mind. That's not that important. Let's see if we can get away from these guys. And then we need to send some representatives over to these disconnected bits of land and see if we can't convert some more people to our cause. We need more villages. We should probably convert this village, even though it will likely get unconverted shortly afterward. We should try to convert villages that are further away from our enemies here. We can convert this village, but the benefit of doing so is pretty minor, because it's not working very many tiles in the first place and everything. Go. Go, ships, go. I'm trying so hard to click this button. There we go. A dearth of dust. -2 dust on terrain with dust. That's a shame, because we actually are getting a lot of our dust from the terrain. So yeah, screw converting that. We should come back and convert this, though. Well, or should we do something? Like, should we get aggressive? How good are my stats? I'd really love to wait until we had a hero to command us, but that may not be feasible. Also, hey, how you doing, guys? That's not great for me. Actually, that's a settler. So we are in no danger. And in fact, should probably attack. No, because I'm not going to be able to kill it no matter what, right? Oh, it has 3 movement. It won't be able to make landfall next turn. Okay, we got to attack. We do whatever we can to slow down the AI in whatever way whatever way is available to us. Okay, yeah, let's come back and convert this village. Over here in Hamara, we're about to hit level 3 with some stuff. What is my current action quest? Oh right, I gotta find Maribond. Boy. I think I did this already. I think I already looked around and discovered that I have no idea where that is. This is Erisys. Yeah. Alright, well. So what we really need is ships to, like, just go around the coast of the continent and figure out where Maribond is. We could probably do that. What else do we need to do here? We need to make sure that we attack this guy at the very beginning of this next turn before he can move away. And then we have to attack him again at the very beginning of the turn after that before he can make landfall. Okay, We're just making friends with everybody out here. To be fair, I don't think I ever actually attacked Pink, did I? Pink should like us just fine. And common enemies. That helps. This will be a retreat. We do have boosters, but there's no benefit to activating them because we currently have no trade route value, and this just does approval. Yep, I'll manual it. Nope, turns out they didn't actually want to fight. Interesting. I was assuming they would go for the coast. Is he out of movement? Okay, well we can actually, we can take this dive and still definitely get him next turn. We should probably do something about all this dust loss, I guess. We're at the point now where we can't build any more burrows, which means that continuing to grow our population is really important. But also, we can't afford to lose this amount of money for this long. Good news is it won't take too many people to at least get us back to positive. The next turn, we're probably going to want to move a bunch of people over to industry for the alchemy workshop. Yeah, it took our next birth from 4 turns to 6 turns. Soon we will have better marketplace access, and this will all of our dust problems will be a thing of the past. I guess our dust problems are kind of a thing of the past already. So, in the meantime, probably let's get some Nameless Guard up. Nameless Guard are definitely better at guarding the city than Delvers are, because we already have so much militia to serve as a wall during the eventual city battle. Not that I think we'll definitely get attacked, because obviously they can win the game without doing that, but it would be a really easy way to lose, a really easy and embarrassing way to lose. So let's try not to lose that way, shall we? As a group here, as a team. Oh wait, I have a thing I'm supposed to be doing over here. Man, the game seizes up really badly at the beginning of turns now. Okay, so he's dead. Really, he tried to retreat. Why not just stand and fight? Like, I know you're not going to accomplish anything, but also you died the other way. So I think we are being herded out. Fair enough. I would herd me out as well. A little bit more conversion. We need an alchemy workshop. Never mind. No particular need to focus on industry. Everything's fine. Should we build another boarding vessel? I think we're somewhat likely to lose ours, and we do need to find Maribond. It's not, like, crucial, but it would be good if we found it. Because obviously we don't have to complete our faction quest. So this obviously isn't actually going to be 7 turns, because we're going to go from 68 science to 83 to almost 100. So yeah, we should take quite a few turns off of this. I think I'm okay at minus 21 dust. How much time is left on this event? 7 more turns. Yeah, this is not a big deal. We're okay, and we can sell some of our mithrite if we have to. Although, obviously, I'd prefer to hold on to it for trade. Other players sometimes value the stuff very highly when they haven't been able to get it themselves. Alright, and then we probably need to use this group of guys as a scouting party for the moment. So what I would really love to do is grab the 3 pearls and then also get out of here. Let's see if that looks at all feasible. Because if we get back into Pink's territory, I think they'll stop chasing us. You know how minor faction armies are. Territorial, but not usually very ambitious. This is maybe a little bit greedy. I think I value the pearls more than I value this ship, though. Maybe sounds terrible. There are people on that ship, but, you know, stuff's important. Actually, 107. Oh, right, because we have a multiplier from our hero skill as well. that I was not accounting for. Alright, let's head up here and see what the status of this city is. If it's 100 fortification and 2 militia, we might benefit from declaring war and, like, sneaking in and destroying it, because we're pretty well defended, right? I think we could stand against the counterattack. Can we see how the war between red and pink is going? I don't remember what the borders looked like. So no, not really is the answer to that question. Was Mahale always... Was this region pink? Well, whether the war between red and pink is going well for red or not, it is correct to do this. Because if they're losing, that's an opportunity for us to hurt them. And if they're winning, we need to distract them so that pink can get back in it. To be clear, I think that this is probably not a winning position for us. I do not think that we are in control of this game at all. Ooh, 2-100. We have 4 move. Next turn we could move to here and just blitz them. They built far enough away from this city that they won't get any backup. How many pearls is that? 10. Look at that. That is beautiful. Ah, the art in this game is just stunning. They've built a watchtower. They're having concerns. Rightly so, I think. Oh, right. I retreated away from the other bad guys into these bad guys. And unfortunately, I think our ship... You lose 60% health when you retreat now, so... No, I think our ship barely survives a retreat. 5 life. Okay. Shall we? My plan here is just to get out into these ocean regions over here. Hey, this was a pink ocean region, wasn't it? I guess that makes sense. Of course, they're losing control of ocean regions that are bordering red. But we're going to try to head over here and see if we can't spy the names of some regions. Need to find Maribond. You also need to explore. We'll explore up the coast with this guy. Okay, we could build a coastal battery. Coastal retaliation damage. Extra XP when recruiting a naval unit. It only does coastal retaliation damage, so it would only damage enemy ships that are nearby, but honestly, maybe this is still worth building. We should probably just fill the garrison, right? We need to have enough units to have a full army and a totally full city garrison, especially if we're thinking we're going to declare war on red next turn, which I totally think we are. I think it behooves us to do so. So now you can probably see why I was so head up about getting the megapole if we could, because it lets us build while focusing on food and stuff. Handy. It's nice to have around. The growth must continue. We must get other things to level 3. So at this point, building a district here or building a dock here will level this up to level 2, which will level our city center up to level 3. So actually, can we get... Oh, the dock tech is in the next era. Yeah, we'll get this. So what do we want after Mercenary Market? Well, we could get even more food. But maybe the play is topography. Obviously, the Center for Mineralogy is pretty valuable. What are we looking at in terms of science output from our tiles? It's just the city tiles, right? Yeah, there's very little science in our actual terrain. Although, we're moving up into these these rocky sandstone tiles. These are a little bit better. The raw desert tiles are just absolute garbage. Yeah, you know, I think we're going to do it. The geomic labs are pretty bad. But at some point, we're going to want to go in on the center of mineralogy. We don't want to be focusing on food forever. It's all about finding the inflection point on that stuff. Alright, let's see. See what they want here. See if they try to stop us. Okay, they didn't build anything that will help Menevin survive. We don't know for sure that there aren't units in the area, though. Hey, this is a risky play, right? This puts us in a position. But also, it's risky to just let red grow in power infinitely. I forgot to hit the button on our ship. This was pink last turn, wasn't it? Okay, so red's winning this war with the help of some other people. We now actually know everybody, so let's look at pink. Pink is at war with green and red. They're feeling triumphant toward us because they were able to take the fortresses away from us and lock up a region that's right next to us. But I don't know how much it's actually going to help them. Let's see, I forgot to press the button, so our ship is dead. That's bad. That's bad play. That said, I'd be a little bit surprised if we were told to convert all the villages in a region that's this far away. I don't think the game considers, like, as the crow flies distances for quests like this. I think it usually wants a land route to wherever it's telling you to go. But I could be wrong about that. I think we got to do this. I think we have to play boldly. Continuing to play the way we have been playing is only going to lead to red getting further ahead. But is red at war with a player that I like better? No. Alright. Here's the deal. Oh, right, we can't... Shoot, I can't offer to declare war on red. Here, we can do it this way. Nope, that's still negative value for us. Yeah, unfortunately, the ability to offer a declaration of war on another player requires either that you are making some kind of status change or that you are at least at peace with the player you're talking to. I was going to try to get some free value there. Okay. Let's see if this kills us. Okay, we got him. We got him. So that's locked in. It looks like there's no immediate response. I mean, it's late in the turn. They may not have had any units with any actions left. That is a pink settler. Okay, so pink's going to come down here and take this region. I could probably have prevented that. And if pink does that, they're going to spy on us. So the Forgotten love spying. So we need to get our city's security level up, because obviously having a spy in your entire empire is a little awkward. Alright, let's not have anything stupid happen here, boys. Take this carefully. That is not a cliff. Just stay back. These guys have 2 move, right? 3 move? Okay. Trying to figure out what the safest way to shoot at them is going to be. Something like this. Oh, we need to be a little bit further forward. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Yeah, you move to here. We do things this way. The guy who's low on health doesn't take any damage. Alright, because the guy who's going first will eat the attack from the unit that would hit him. And then, yeah, everybody else focuses on that dude. Okay. And remember, the dredges have circular attack, so this guy will actually hit both targets. Alright, there's the fortification. Wow, I really took a lot more damage there than I was expecting. Oh wow, they both got stunned. That's bad luck. Our stun chance isn't even very high, I don't think. Oh, I guess I should have known we were going to take some serious hits because of the morale effect. Right, they were together and also in that city. As you can see, the archers are just tremendously important to our offense here. Okay. Enemy city down. How much influence do I have right now? Yeah, right? Why not? We're probably not going to get these resources for too long, but, yeah, it's not nothing. Okay, then we want to be in a position to threaten further cities. I don't think we need to be worried about bringing this army back. I think that Hamara is safe-ish. It's under control. Possibly. A lot depends on exactly what their army composition looks like. Yeah, maybe we should head back. We should probably swing through here and see what this city looks like, I guess. Well, yeah, we'll head down this way. We'll see if that city is threatenable. And we just got 5 industry stockpiles from burning out a 5 population city. So I'm going to go ahead and throw one of those on there right now. That's an extra 100 industry this turn. Pretty significant. And in fact, we're going to spend another one right away because at this rate of industry output, we're getting this Nameless Guard done in 2 turns, and I want that. So 2 turns of this level of boost. And then I'll throw a dredge on the queue as well. Unfortunately, we are out of titanium now. Our rate of titanium gathering is not super good anymore. Okay, well, here's hoping that I haven't just ended our game. I certainly got us some value. 2 turns until the mercenary market. Actually, can we fix that? Can we make that a little... If I put everybody from food onto this, I can make that 1 turn. How many guys does it actually take? This many. Okay. And then once we have mercenary market, we can sell off a bunch of our useless minor faction units, and we can probably pull some people back off of dust. 4 more turns on Dearth of Dust. That is annoying. We can also, actually, we could sell all this grass silk, because we're probably never going to need it, right? Yeah. So, actually, screw this noise. Nope, never mind. It's still, we're still talking about a lot of dust loss. And my curiosity, how many people on food does it take to actually get the next birth next turn? So we make sure that birth happens, and then we could just minimize dust loss this turn, and then we're gonna want to reassign all of our population next turn anyway, because I don't necessarily need people so hard on mercenary market or on research once mercenary market is over. So yeah, we'll figure that out then, I guess. Let's do 1 more turn. You know, sometimes you just got to make big moves. We were pretty behind red. If we can soften red up and then get out of this war without dying, that would be cool. Okay, let's threaten. Also, I get to steal pearls. Plan's all upside. Unfortunately, we have to go uphill to get to them here. When I convert these guys, it's 160. They lose the point of population, though, that they're currently getting from the village. It's not a very good village for us. But man, maybe I should do it, right? It is a point of population for us until they go and burn it down, so yeah. A lot of... Yeah, alright. Let's make their lives miserable. So now we can... yeah, we're just selling this unit's garbage. But 149 dust. That's something. That's not garbage. Sell all of these guys. I don't think we're really getting anything out of having Harmonite over here. And these villages will periodically just produce free units for us. Like, it's not like we're losing the ability to get pearls in these areas or anything. These guys will regenerate. Okay, now we have all of the money in the world, so it's hero time. We need a we need a military commander. Army attack boost 2, interesting. I do like a support hero, so let's talk a little bit about the class trees. We've seen a lot of the cavalry hero tree over the last few games. The support hero tree has some cool stuff in it. Defense for the whole army is neat. Reinforcement positions for the whole army is neat. Initiative, eventually a huge amount of health. And armor ergonomics is cool because the accessory slots are how you get the army level buffs, right? Once you have the appropriate armor text. So, I do like having a support hero as a commander, but maybe not as a first commander. The fact that, I think the best thing about a support hero is the reinforcement position tech, and it's so low that you can afford to pick up your support hero kind of late and still have that work out. For our actual our first combat hero, I like a ranged hero quite a bit. Extra movement and vision for the army. This is why I thought I immediately said vision for that other thing, because it's the same icon as the ranged hero vision talent. Plus attack, and +1 range on all your ranged units is awesome, and then eventually, plus really a considerable amount of damage. Like, 15 flat damage on the first point of this is bananas. And then, the Alayi here actually have a really great personal combat skill on the hero here. Unfortunately, Expansion Support 1, Science Boost 1 is a pretty bad combination of hero traits. What else do we have? Army Health Boost 2. How much health is that? Okay. Army Health Boost is a little bit less valuable than the other army traits because it's readily available from an accessory that you get even without having to have any armor tech. But this early in the game, we're pretty far off from it still. We also could pick up an actual infantry hero. Infantry tree has a very significant life boost right at the bottom. There's also, a small amount of defense for the hero. Accessory slot, which is good for the reason we talked about. Eventually, they do get reinforcement positions as well. And then, finally, immunity to the movement reduction due to winter on army and the attribute reduction due to winter on army. However, I'm pretty sure Cold Operator, you can see hero skill, any assignment, no negative effects from winter. Like, I think this does that already. So, this seems bad. I would love to have a ranged hero. An infantry hero is not terrible. That said, necrophage heroes actually have really great combat stats. Guy has Army Defense Boost 2, which is okay. Guy has Industry Boost 2, Food Boost 3. Not really much of a military character. Pex Care over here is a ranged hero with Army Initiative Boost 2. Unfortunately, not really a lot of relevant army skills in the Vaulters tree. But this guy, this might be good enough for initiative plus 10%. That's not great. Honestly, I do not love these heroes. Do you guys have anything army relevant in your faction area? City skill, city skill. Oh, it's all city stuff. Yeah, this is not super great. I was really hoping that we'd be able to get something compelling here. Well, having a hero in the army is better than not having a hero in the army, so let's just pick somebody. Maybe it's okay to take Ice Spear, even though he doesn't have a hero trait, just because the combination of allow you stuff and range stuff is so good. He also does have the Shifter Nature trait, so he gets some extra stats depending on his form, and then Shifting Nova causes him to either heal the units that are adjacent to him when he fires during the summer, or during the winter to do bonus damage to enemies around the enemy he's attacking, which is pretty cool. And the stats are not bad. 43 attack, 26 damage. It's the bat is a little bit better off. This guy is not really much of a fighter. Yeah, alright, let's take the bat. We wouldn't get the effect of that allow you faction skill for quite some time anyway. 25 life plus 10% life. Yeah. Alright, Bella, you're hired. And then, like, we could buy luxuries and stuff from the market. It's actually pretty reasonable for us to do this since we have such a low luxury cost to actually get boosted. But that's something we can think about when we come back. For now, let's have a quick look at our hero here. Get some real gear equipped. Okay, we can't see what's in this city, so it's hard to know what to prepare for. But we can just do, you know, a generic, let's gear up. Obviously, Quest Shield is pretty great, but we don't have the titanium right now. Let's equip all of this improved dust gear that we definitely want to equip. And then have a quick look at the market. How much would it cost for me to get a hold of some titanium? Not that much, actually. Market access is good. And as we do not have a Roving Clans player in the game, we don't have to worry about getting banned from the market. Which is always nice. So let's get Bella equipped with some real stuff. First of all, Break Wall. Compared to a Tier 2 Iron Shield. I guess the actual comparison would be to like a Tier 2 Strategic Shield, right? 6 defense plus 10% defense versus 6 defense plus 20% defense and also 10% attack. It's like a total no-brainer. And then my inclination is to go with a titanium crossbow. Initiative is only 26. 18 attack, 10 damage versus 27 attack, 18 damage. Keep in mind that attack and damage do effectively scale each other's effectiveness. I think I'm fine with this. And then improved vision. An army can only move as fast as the unit with the smallest amount of movement in the army, but vision works the opposite way. An army can see as far as the unit with the highest vision in the army can see. So even one unit in the army having improved vision is helpful. And then we don't really benefit from having improved movement too much. I'm not going to bother to spend the resources. Because this unit's already very fast, being a cavalry unit. Okay. Still can't see up the hill. Alright, well, we'll see how this works out. Hopefully it'll be okay. So, let's figure out what we want to do with our citizens here before we end the turn. But we do have enough industry to put up another burrow. I don't think I'm going to bother burrowing here. I'm going to wait until we can actually build the cargo docks, and then that's how we'll level up this side of the shape. This is the next spot to put down, I guess. And then this district is actually almost leveled up already. When we build here, it'll level this one up. Which will boost the museum to level 3. Not that we need it. I don't know, I guess we don't have to make a decision right now, because we already have a couple turns worth of stuff queued. You know what, let's actually not queue the dredge. Like, the militia are maybe good enough to hold the ground. Let's get another nameless guard in the queue. 3 turns off of topography as things are now. If we pulled everybody out of science, it goes up to 5. But, like, maybe this is an okay time to focus on science, you know? I would really love it if we could get rid of this dust effect. We gotta wait 3 more turns. It's a little bit painful. Alright, remember, these guys can attack us here. This is neutral territory. So we're going to need to move quickly when the next turn begins to not get murdered. In fact, do I maybe want to go ahead with the next turn just now so that I don't forget that? Nah, you know what? It'll be okay. By which I mean we can retreat. It's going to be fine. So, that was a productive video. We got some things done there. I think that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time, tomorrow, or maybe later today. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to get a couple extra episodes out maybe 1 or 2 extra episodes out to make up for the fact that I've been gone so much this week. So yeah, come back next time, whenever next time is, to see if Red totally destroys us or not. And we'll see you then.